it's all about your glasses.
Yeah, it's always hard to know if people actually see me or just the fingers on my face.
I think it's a combination.
Yeah, I think so too.
David will ask you some questions about it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, sure.
You're Chief Editor of Engadget.
That's correct, yeah.
Well, I've been able to try out these glasses, but the audience is just dying to know what your experiences are. So could you please explain what it's like, and you've had them now for a while?
Yeah, certainly. I've had Glass now for just about 1 month. I was one of the first people in the U.S. to get them. I was the first person in New York State, actually, to get them. And I wrote my review about 2.5 weeks ago, and I've been living with them for a while now. And actually, I've kind of stopped wearing them on a day-to-day basis because after you wear it for a little while, you start to realize there's not a lot of functionality built in here yet. It is pretty exciting when you first get them on. It's really cool to take pictures. It's really cool to get navigation from place to place. But at this point, there's not a lot of functionality in here yet. You know, reading emails is nice, but you can do that on your laptop or your phone. But for the first couple of days, it's a really interesting experience to be able to put this on, and so for example, reading email is really nice. So you'll hear a chime through your skull, actually, because it uses bone conduction. You'll hear a chime, and all you do is look up, and you'll see your email, which is pretty nice. You can actually have it read to you, too. If you want to get directions, you can speak the place that you want to go to, and Google will figure it out. And it will give you a heads-up display showing you exactly where you need to go, which is pretty nice, too.
What about the I sort of agree. I only had them on for a couple minutes, and there's a big wow.
Yeah,
but I imagined that, but what can I actually do with it? And the only thing that I really found stunning was the video feature. How's your experience with that?
Yeah, being able to take pictures and take video is really nice, especially if you're trying to take pictures of like a dog or a baby. Because if you ever, if you've got a dog who's doing something cute, you try to get your camera and you take your phone out and you try to load the camera out. By the time you do that, inevitably the dog has gone off and done something else. But it's so nice just to be able to look at the dog and do that and get the picture of them. That's nice for me. I also did video recording. I actually did a live hangout when I was on the back of a motorcycle. So I had my Google Plus followers joined in a hangout, and I went on the back of the motorcycle in California so they could ride with me on a motorcycle live, which worked really good for about 2 minutes until I got into the canyons of California, and then I lost my cell phone signal and the hangout disconnected, and that was unfortunate. But for 2 minutes, it was pretty cool. Video quality is not bad. It's 720p. If there's enough light, it actually comes out really good, but because the sensor is so small, if it's low light conditions, like in here right now, pictures are not coming out very good, I'm sorry to say.
And what do you think? Is this going to be the future? I understand these are developer glasses. The functionality is very limited at the moment.
Right.
But we need some sort of killer feature before everyone's going to wear these.
Yeah, we definitely do. This right now is basically a developer edition of Google Glass that Google is selling early. It's really only for developers. So the only versions that they're shipping right now are the ones that were pre-ordered at Google I/O last year, and that's their big developer conference in San Francisco that they run every year. So these are very expensive, $1,500. Really intended only for developers who are going to be doing things with this. And that's why the functionality is so limited, because developers are just getting these now. They haven't had a chance to write any cool apps yet. But 12 months from now, I think when developers have had the time to get comfortable with Glass, they've written a lot of cool apps, and Google releases a consumer edition that's going to be a lot cheaper. At that point, yeah, I'm actually really excited about the potential here, because once developers, if you had an Android phone that you couldn't install any apps on, you get bored with it very quickly. And that's basically what Glass is now. There are, I think, 8 apps available for it right now, and they're very, very limited. But imagine, you get your Android phone, you load it up with apps, and it's pretty great. Same thing with your iPhone or any other platform. And 12 months from now, I think Glass will be like that. A ton of apps will be good for.
Okay. One last question. There's also a lot of controversy about it. One of the gigs is we're going to see a lot of glass holes. What's your opinion on the controversy?
I have been called a glass hole.
Yes.
It is a little bit, it's almost like, if you're having dinner with someone and they take out their phone, it's easy to be a little bit insulted because you think that they're ignoring you. When you have glass on, it's hard for that person to know if they're ignoring you or not. And it's also a little bit distracting, though. If I'm looking at you, I can tell that you're looking at this more than you're looking at me, which is fair. That's fine. So it can be a little bit distracting, and of course there's also the concern of taking pictures and videos and sharing those with everybody all the time without anybody noticing. There is a privacy concern that's legitimate, I think, but ultimately you can't do anything here that you can't already do with your phone. And that's the big thing. So there's no new rudeness that's being introduced here. It's really going to be up to the wearers to take these off. If you're having a face-to-face conversation, to take it off if you want to. and then have a nice conversation, and when you're done, put it back on again.
Great. Now this audience, you're only here for an hour. We're already eating some for an interview,
Okay.
and some people are dying to try it on, and only a few lucky ones. So I don't want to waste their time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let people try it.
We doen het een beetje, er zijn een paar mensen die al hebben gehoord dat ze mogen testen, die wil ik even naar voren vragen hier aan de zijkant kunnen doen, want anders dan wordt Tim echt een soort popzak plat gelopen. En dat wil ik natuurlijk ook niet, want dan beschadigt zijn bril. Dus dat is making jokes on that.
Just a quick question, where are you going to do it? Because we're also going to do the whole thing here. Okay, I'm not sure what the plan is.
It would be a nice idea if we get a couple of people coming up, if you explain and let them try one of the main features, and then you do 3 features, and then, well, we're again, and you can do whatever you want.
Okay, great.
I think you got one of the first, I think you were one of the first actually. You're from...
Ja, hier, dat is die.
Yeah. We asked, by the way, on Facebook to put up a motivation why she would have to be able to try it. And her line was, eerst zien dan lopen. Voelde heel goed.
Which means, I gotta see it first before I believe it.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. All right, we want to try it now?
Yep.
Here we go.
Ananas,
Okay, so I'll explain how to use it.
Can you guys face the audience?
That's what I need to be on this side. So can you see the clock okay? So now you can do a voice command if you want to. Start with the phrase that it says there.
Take a picture.
And it worked?
It worked, yeah.
So now if you tap the side right here, and then tap the side, there you go. If you scroll forward and backward, you can look through pictures and emails.
Oh.
All my private emails.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
what did they say? What did they say?
It's really cool because you can still see the audience, and it's really a really tiny part of the vision that's filled with the image. So I can imagine that it's cool to use it to take pictures. Like if you see a quick moment, then it's really cool. But I would think I wouldn't use it for emails or so, because then it's really a tiny screen to see.
Yeah, what it can actually do is read emails to you. So you can actually tap on an email a couple times, it will read it to you, but it's actually about 5 menus deep at this point. I think when Google makes it easier to be able to say, class, read me this email, I think that would be really nice. But right now I have to tap it, scroll through the whole menu items, tap it again, scroll again. It's a little bit complicated. And you can try to do a video if you want to as well, so it's the same sort of thing. Oh, it's actually recording me right now, isn't it? Let's go ahead and stop that. Well, I'll stop it in a second. The other problem is it's really tough to tell someone how to use Glass because it doesn't know if she's talking or if I'm talking. So if I try to tell her